checking in those bags, shopping when we land. Big FN bag of ballin'. Plead the fifth if I get caught, they talkin'. Came through drippin' on them, I been saucin'.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about setting realistic trading goals and expectations in terms of monetary value as well as skill in trading. And before I get into this, I'm gonna make this video pretty short, and the reason why is because I realize a lot of people have much lower attention spans nowadays, so that's what I'm gonna be doing with my videos. So I'm gonna make them a lot shorter and quicker to the point. So let's go over monetary trading goals versus skill set. So before you think about monetary trading goals, you always want to first think about the skill set, because the skill set is what will provide you those monetary returns. Making money or making profits in trading is a byproduct of executing a profitable edge correctly, and execution involves psychology plus working strategy. So you need both these. Like I always mention in so many videos, these two things will be the two main components that will determine whether you are a consistently profitable trader or not. That's it. Keep it simple. Now, if you had a timeline for trading, this is what I would do. You would basically focus on learning trading, then focus on psychology, sticking to your plan. Some people will learn that faster than others. Then you can set monetary goals for yourself if you have proven consistency over months. So I would only recommend you to set these monetary goals if you have already proven that you can consistently execute your working strategy and it's proven profitable live for a few months. So don't have a monetary goal as soon as you get into the market. Make sure you're live trading and having a profitable track record for the first few months before you get into essentially having these expectations on yourself, because all these expectations will do is put tons of pressure on yourself to succeed and do everything right, and you're not focused on executing what you were practicing and learning. So first off, let's say it could give a range. 1 to 3 months is good, in my opinion, of consistency. Only, let me change this real quick. Alright, so this makes sense here. If you guys are following me, now setting realistic monetary goals. Now, this all depends on how well your trading strategy is in terms of the EV value, how profitable your strategy is, because there are better strategies than others. This is very controversial. Everyone keeps on saying it's all about the person, when in reality, objectively, there are better strategies than others. Objectively, if you have a win rate of 50% at 2RR versus another person with a 50% win rate at 4RR, which one's objectively better? There's obviously a better strategy. Now, that doesn't mean everyone trading that strategy will be better, and the main problem is psychology. If you're not executing strategy properly, then I wouldn't even call yourself a trader. Until you execute with no emotions attached properly, a working strategy, then you can call yourself a true trader. That is the essence of a trader. So when it comes to setting monetary goals, what I like to do is you could do this in different ways. You could do weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. For me personally, I'd recommend don't do weekly. Weekly is too short of a time frame. You want to focus on long-term consistency when trading. Monthly, quarterly, yearly. Now, quarterly, a lot of people really don't keep track of. Some people don't understand what quarterly means, which is absurd and crazy. So we'll just get that definition out. Monthly and yearly. Set these two monetary goals. Now, a lot of people will tell you to not set monetary goals, which I understand, right? It makes you chase money. But also, we're here to make money, right? So you want to keep those two things in mind. We're here to make money, but money is a byproduct of executing a profitable strategy and system with no emotions. So with that in mind, this is only something that you should have really like as a checklist, like after a month or after a year to see if you met your goals or not. Not something where you should have in the back of your mind every single day trying to chase that goal, right? It's just something you want to just have in mind towards or whenever you reach it. So for me personally, I don't really set too many monetary goals for myself because compounding an account is a little different because it's exponential gains rather than consistent like static gains, you could say. If you're risking $100, $1,000, 10K per trade, that's different than compounding of 1% per trade at maybe a 7-figure account, 8-figure account, right? So it's a completely different ball game for me in terms of how I am trading my personal accounts in terms of risk, because I'm compounding them. Majority of times I'm compounding my accounts with a small risk percent, of course. So let's just say for monthly, yearly, you can have goals like, let's say, set it realistically, right? Think to yourself, for monthly, set a realistic amount. Let's say you have this is also good for people with fund accounts, right? If you have a 100K fund account, do the math here. You have 10% max drawdown, right? So that's 10K. If you risk 1% per trade, if you aim for 10% returns every month, that is 10K profit per month. So that'll be your goal. There you go. That's your goal. That's your monthly goal, 10K profit per month. Now, over time, as you get better at trading, obviously you will have multiple funded accounts. So at this point, maybe you have 300K in capital. So at that point, you can then have a yearly goal, which is higher than your monthly times 12. Right? So if you think from a monthly standpoint, you would think that is essentially 10K times 12, but you want to keep in mind, you're also elevating your capital size, or you should be at least. You shouldn't just stick with one account unless there's certain situations, right? Some people like to just take it slow, which I understand, completely fine. 10K a month is still pretty good, right? But if you really want to level up and get to that next level, increasing your capital is the way. Compounding your personal account is the way. Getting more payouts and putting them into your personal account is the way. Or getting access to millions in funding is the way. So for example, let's say it would be 120K static if you went by based off monthly, but your yearly goal can be 200K, for example, or double that, right? Just make sure that you understand these are just goals that you should be checking off at the end of every month or at the end of every year, and you reset the yearly goal obviously once you reach the 1 year time frame, and the monthly as well. You probably should, because you don't want to keep the same type of monetary goal for too long. You want to hit those targets within that time period of the year and move on to bigger numbers. We're here to make money. As much people like to sugarcoat that trading is, I'm just doing it for fun, it's a hobby. It's truly a business. You're a business owner putting in capital behind every single trade, your hard-earned money behind every single trade, and you're here to ultimately make money at the end of the day. That's it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any video suggestions for future videos. I also have the course and mentorship again for those that are interested in that. Check it out, essentialtradersuniversity.com. I have the free expected value calculator as well, and I'm adding a whole lot of new stuff to the site. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see y'all.